What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's Steve Witchell here, founder of Cover Band Central for Whatever Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. I'm coming to you live here from New Orleans at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. If it's not that time equivalent in your time zone, you're watching the replay. But that's just as good. Come on in and say hello. If you're watching live, tell me where you're from, and I will say hello back. And we will get into a discussion about stuff today. And I hope it doesn't get too heated. It's all in good fun, everybody, this conversation. But my goodness, does this conversation come up all the time in the Cover Band Central group. If you're not a part of the Facebook Cover Band Central group, you might not know what I'm talking about. So I recommend you get in there. I didn't put a link in the description. I should have. But you can easily find it on Facebook. Search Cover Band Central if you're not part of the group. Come on in and join. It's lots of fun. You get to talk about whatever you want. You get to post your videos. Get to ask questions. Get to answer questions. All good stuff. Lots of people coming in. Colin's in Texas. What's up, Colin? Mark's in Illinois. Kathy's in Akron, Ohio. We got people from all over the world here, guys, on the Facebook page, the Cover Band Central Facebook page. We just hit 460,000 followers, and we are quickly approaching 500,000. I can't wait to hit that number. It's been a long time working at this thing, and that's a milestone number for me, so I'm really excited about hitting that number. All right, lots of people. Algeria, Mohammed. We're worldwide, guys, in case you didn't know. Michael's in Cape Cod. Rebecca's in Indiana. Chattanooga is where Chuck is hanging. I love seeing this all over the world where people are. Tony's in England. And he said his name was Tony, just to confirm that. Stuart's in the UK. Cool. All right, so what do you wear on stage is what I want to know. Let me know if you have a stage outfit that you wear all the time, or maybe you have several stage outfits that you use all the time. Does your band, if you're playing in a band, do you coordinate your outfits together? Do you say, we're going to wear these kind of clothes on stage? Or do you just wing it? My guess is that most bands out there go out and just wing it. Judging from what I see in videos, pictures, things like that, that is how it appears, that people are just winging it. But let's talk about it deeper. Jerry's in Finland. I love that. Lana is in Scotland. Venezuela. South America is Sean. Very cool. Tommy's the first one to answer, and he said he always wears a kilt. I don't know if he's joking or not, because the person right before said Scotland, Lana. So in Scotland, they might be wearing kilts on stage, and that might be just fine. Eric, corporate scene, 80% of our sales are visual. Presentation is everything, is what he said, and I tend to agree with that. So in olden days, at least olden days for me, back in the 80s when I first started playing, stage outfits were huge. That was a big deal. And that was kind of the era of the visual when MTV started being a thing. And a lot of the glam bands, the hair metal bands came out, and they were all wearing very bright colors, shiny things, and they were all very coordinated. So when I went out playing in bands, and Tommy said he's not joking. He's in Louisiana, so he wears a kilt. That's cool. At least you have your thing, right? So the bands back in the 80s, they had their thing too. And we went out in bands and we had our thing. We tried to emulate what the bigger bands were doing. When the 90s hit, then the rock bands were wearing the flannel, just rolled out of bed look. And even though that might not have been as desirable, it was definitely a huge departure from the 80s look. But it was still cohesive. The band still all kind of looked the same, like a band. And In fact, a lot of them at that point started wearing the cargo shorts. And that's why this conversation comes up all the time, is because of the cargo shorts. I never, in my wildest dreams, when I started Cover Band Central, thought cargo shorts were going to create such an incredible amount of debate and arguments and opinions. I mean, there's really two opinions. They look good, they don't look good. That's it. But people will defend them to the ends of the earth, and people will shun them with the same intensity. Michael is in Florida. He plays in Florida beaches, wears shorts and tiki shirts, as everyone does. Yeah, you want to kind of dress for the environment that you're in. I've played in a band where we were playing outdoors every Sunday during the summer, and we were right alongside a very big swimming pool, or it was right in front of us, actually. And it was a place called, it was right there. Seashell was the name of the place, in Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And our view was of a pool in front of us, and then beyond that was the tables and chairs and little tiki bars, and then beyond that was the beach and the ocean. So that was our view. So everybody out there was wearing bathing suits, bikinis, shorts. It was the summer. So that's what we were wearing on stage as well. And there's a video of that, of me, if you want to be super diligent and find videos of me playing. My name is Steve Witchell, for those of you who don't know. I should put it up on the screen, right? I never do that. Because I figure you guys all know my name, but maybe you don't. And there it is. And you can find videos of me out on YouTube and stuff. And videos where I'm wearing cargo shorts. So I've never shared them in the group, but I probably should. But yeah, that's the environment that we were in, so that's what we wore. But I want to say, yes, Greg said he's guilty of stirring this pot, and that's fine. I'd rather enjoy the discussion, actually. I don't mind that there's a big debate over it all the time. It's funny. So Nikki, San Francisco, her band is a Pixies tribute band, and they dress very casual, just like the Pixies do. So yeah, if you're in a tribute band, you certainly want to dress like the band that you're tributing, right? That makes sense. And most tribute bands will do that. I played in a Zeppelin tribute band, and I attempted to dress sort of like John Paul Jones, or what people would think John Paul Jones would dress like. And, everybody else in that band dressed like the members of Zeppelin. So tribute bands, it's kind of a no-brainer. Regular cover bands, though, I think a lot of people don't put a lot of thought into it. And I'm gonna tell you my feeling on that. As Scott said, black tee and jeans, and his Lucky Eagles hat. I think he's talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and not the Don Henley, Glenn Fry Eagles. So I'm going to tell you my feeling on this. Cargo shorts, I'm okay with cargo shorts for the environment. If that's, if you're playing outside, it's really hot, it's okay. And sandals, people get all up in arms about sandals too. And I'm not a big fan of sandals on stage either. But that video I mentioned before about me wearing cargo shorts, I'm definitely wearing sandals. But I'm also outside on the beach. So, that's fine. Where this gets tricky, and I think this is why this debate comes up all the time, is with videos. Because, and I'm sorry, that's my phone ringing, which I should have turned off during the live broadcast. Videos. So obviously there's a lot more videos of bands nowadays with smartphones, digital cameras. A lot more people are shooting videos and then posting them either on YouTube or on social media. And we see them every day in the CBC group, videos of bands, and that's where people start jumping down other people's throats about wearing cargo shorts. So this is where it's an issue. When you're watching a video of a band, it's a completely different experience than it is when you're watching at the venue or in the location, if you're there live watching that band. So if you're there live watching the band, everybody's wearing cargo shorts, you're not going to really care all that much, especially if you're wearing cargo shorts. Or even if it's not a beach situation, if it's indoors and that's just the look that the band has, then, you're not going to care really as an audience member. However, when you watch it on video, now it's a different experience. Now you're not in the venue. You're not feeling the temperature of the room or of the location. It's many other factors involved. So you're just seeing the visual and you're listening to the music, obviously, but you're just seeing what they look like. And in that case, it can look bad or unprofessional. So my feeling would be that when you're dressing for your show, if you're going to have video, if you know that for a fact, if you're doing it ahead of time, you're planning to shoot video and planning to post it somewhere, that's definitely something you should consider. What are we wearing? How is it going to look to an internet audience versus how it looks here live in the venue? Two different things. So you definitely want to take that into consideration. I don't have a problem with people wearing casual clothes on stage. I think that's okay, as long as the whole band is wearing casual clothes. You got to dress like a band. Dress if you're playing in a full band. Dress like all similar, so that you look like you're together in a band. Ideally, people say it all the time, you should dress better than everybody in the crowd if you're on stage. And many bands do that. There's a band called the Connection Band in New Orleans, where I am, and they're all R&B funk band. They're a big band, 8-piece, 9-piece, 10-piece maybe even, and they all wear the same color each night. So somebody in that band decides, okay, tomorrow we're wearing red, and they all wear red clothes, and they all look good. They look like a band, and some of them are just like red t-shirts, red jeans. And some have like a red blazer and a red tie, but it's all cohesive. They look like a band. And that's really kind of the way you want to present yourself live. You want to look like a band together, like you're all the same. There's another band that plays at that same club where Connection Band plays. They play on the weekend. They're a rock band, and they all wear jeans and concert tees. Band name t-shirts. That's what they wear. And that's their thing. And it's fine. And it kind of looks like they just rolled out of bed, but it's fine because they all look like a band and it fits in with their show and their songs and what they do. So those are my feelings on it. So I'm going to go back. I'm sorry, I missed a lot of comments here. I'm going to scroll back and see what we got. Yeah. Jerome said cargo shorts are fine if they work for the type of music and or venue. Sometimes they fit in really well, like hard rock groups. Other times not so much. Appearance does matter. This is a long comment from Jake. It's going to cover my face a little bit. That photo yesterday with the female singer looking elegant, one guy looking like a dad with polo and slacks, and the other guy in t-shirt and cargo shorts was so distracting. As much as music is an oral medium, appearances matter. That being said, I'm cool with cargo shorts in the right setting, like you said. Yeah, Jake, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I don't remember seeing it, but that's the point. Yeah, if you have a female singer, generally females know how to dress better than guys do. And if you have a female singer in your band that is wearing a nice dress or a nice skirt, and looks like a lead singer, and then the rest of the dudes in the band have sandals and shorts on and they look like they don't give a shit, yeah, that's no good. But again, in the venue, at the show, most people in the audience aren't going to care. On video, big difference. So you want to take that into consideration. Is there going to be video? And even if you're not planning on shooting video, other people shoot video. Everybody's got a smartphone. Everybody can shoot video. And they upload it. They might even go live on Facebook or something and share it. And then you got people saying, what's with the cargo shorts? And that's how it happens. Eric said in a club casino, nice button-up shirt, jeans and dress shoes, outdoors, dress comfy. Yeah, I mean, that's a good rule of thumb to think. Typically when I play live, I'll wear a button-up shirt. That's my go-to usually. And jeans, nice jeans. Dress shoes, not so much. I want my feet to be comfortable, so I wear like Chucks usually. Nobody sees my feet. Nobody cares about my feet. I do. What's up, Donald in Scotland? Yeah, and this is why the debate rages on, because Jody said, "Why does it matter what's being worn? It's about the music, for crying out loud." And to an extent, I'd agree. But it's a thing. There's no doubt about it that it's a thing, because people talk about it all of the time. And I see a lot of bands' videos. You know, I have videos coming in. People want me to share them on Cover Band Central. And I notice it right away. What is everybody wearing? And sometimes people look really off. He said, "You got that right, brother." I don't know what he's talking about, but thanks, Jerry. Jimmy said exactly. Most bands dress like a terrible Village People, a plumber, a Walmart employee, and a construction worker. You're missing two people there, but that's great. Yeah, and like I was kind of saying that already, but Greg said with YouTube and TikTok, you should assume your video will be put up. Assume that you're playing out in public and somebody is going to take pictures of you or take video of you. So before you head out the door to go on stage, think about what you're wearing. Or, you know, you can bring clothes with you to change into if you're not comfortable in your stage clothes off stage. People do that all the time. I don't know how this relates, but that's an interesting thing. Facebook user said, best quote from a band manager: "People don't go to the zoo to see cats and dogs. They go to see lions and tigers." So you want to be a lion or a tiger on stage, not a kitty or a puppy, is what Facebook user is saying. Thank you, Facebook user. Peace and love is what that person is spreading. Yeah, and there you go. Mike said, and he was, I guess, shaving when the picture was taken. He looked surprised about it, as if he wasn't taking the picture himself. But he said, from Erie, Pennsylvania, home of the Wonders. The Wonders are from the movie That Thing You Do, a fictional band, but they did dress well. He said, I learned a long time ago that the better I dress, the more money I'm able to charge. So there you go. Dress for the gig you want. You've heard that saying, right? Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So you want to make a lot more money playing live? Dress like it. It matters. It definitely matters. Yeah. And Jake, too, said people don't sit there with their eyes closed listening to music live. So you can contend with being looked at. Dress to impress, if you can. But, see, here's the debate. Jerome said dressed similar to your audience, only cooler. I mean, that's a good kind of way to think of it. You're playing a rock show. Most of your audience are going to be rock fans, so they're going to be wearing jeans and T-shirts, probably. So dress similar to that, but cooler. Get a cooler T-shirt. Nicer jeans. Sherry is in Brockport, New York. And Deborah agreed, dress for success. And Michael is surprised at how many people video him. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Everybody's got a camera on their phone. And people take videos. They like to do it. And they like to share it. So keep that in mind when you're playing your shows. And some of you might be thinking, well, Steve, you come in here and you do your live streams and you're wearing a baseball cap and a T-shirt. But that's the look I've chosen to go with for these live streams. And, of course, let's see there. It's all about the branding, guys. These hats are not available anywhere. I have the only one. So I got to get some made so you guys can have some hats too. Thank you, Facebook user. Don't know who you are, but asked how I'm doing. Thanks for going live. Always enjoy watching your great work. Thank you, Facebook user. I appreciate that. All right, so I know I didn't mention it at the top, and I should have, but we go live here Monday through Friday. I try to, anyway. And we do it on the Facebook Cover Band Central page, in the group on Facebook, and on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, please subscribe to that. There's a link in the description. Click that link and subscribe so you get notified anytime we go live. Hit that bell. And you can check out all the past videos. There's so many of them. There's interviews, there's Whatever Wednesdays, there's Funky Fridays, and there are wisdom hours on there, lots of them that you can check out. So I appreciate that. I also put the link for the website in the description. I'm surprised at how many people still don't know that there is a website. And there is. It's been there for quite a while. But it is coverbandcentral.com. You can sign up for a profile for you, your band, or both. It is free. And even if you're not a musician, if you're in the music industry, even if you're just a music fan, you can sign up for a profile there. It works just like Facebook, got a news feed, there's groups. It's very familiar. When you go in there, you'll see what it looks like, and you'll understand it immediately. And the goal is to get lots of people from Facebook over there instead of being a slave to Facebook. And it's all about music, bands, musicians, the music industry. Not just covers, but just music in general, because that's what we do here. Celebrate music in all forms. And we wear nice clothes on stage. We try to. All right. I didn't even mention the stars thing, but that's a thing now on the Facebook page. You can give stars. It's a way of giving a digital gift to Cover Band Central during live broadcasts or during the replay. So I appreciate that. Anything you want to throw back, because we do this all for free. So that's it for today. That's my discussion on clothing. So get yourself some nice clothing and wear it on stage. And make sure everybody in the band does the same. And we'll see you later. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I had it all timed perfectly, too. All right, see you next time.
Whatever Wednesday.